Call First Republic at 718-380-0006 and eliminate the middleman.
His name is Rajan from First Republic Mortgage Bankers. Rajan, how you doing, sir?
Good, Spotter.
Everything is well?
Everything is well,
How was your weekend, sir?
Can't complain. Working as always, but you know, hey, you can't complain, man.
Definitely respect that. Rajan is from First Republic Mortgage Bankers, and we definitely got to say thanks to Rajan inside the building. And I know a man that would love to say thanks to you very much. No disrespect, you don't know it's set up already, straight ladies. But his name is Hendrik. Hendrik, how you doing, sir?
Henrik Bascom, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, Mr.
Hey,
Bascom.
Roger, what's up, man?
Hey, Henrik, how's it going, big man?
Hey, nice to talk to you again, man.
Yes,
All right.
definitely.
And Mr. Bascom, you're on Link Up Radio 93.5, and I would like for you to tell our listening audience what you did with First Republic Mortgage Bankers, sir.
Well, first of all, I never knew I was qualified for a mortgage, and I contacted the First Republic, and they put me on to Rajan. And this man walked me through just about everything. And I was even shocked when he came back and said, you know what? Hey, you qualify for a mortgage.
Wow.
Yeah, a couple of weeks after, papers came to my house. I went over to his office, and I got everything signed. And, hey, a year later, I'm still in my house.
Whoa.
Thanks to Roger.
Go ahead. Congratulations, sir.
Yeah, the man knows his stuff.
Wow.
You know, it was my first time, and he walked me through every single step of the way.
So basically, he made everything simple for you.
Yeah, I didn't have a clue how to get about certain things. He walked me through just about every single thing.
Wow.
And you know the funny thing is?
Yes, sir.
The price that he quoted me, that was the exact price at the end of the process that I got.
Wow, I'm always hearing that from Rajan. And First Republic Mortgage Bankers. Wow, so you had no idea you were qualified for a loan.
No, I never knew.
You spoke to Rajan, who gave you some information on how to purchase, and you end up a year now owning your very first own home.
Thank you very much.
That is big. Rajan.
Well, you know, the thing is, I mean, Henrik is a guy that's like many others who, you know, they hear us on the radio, they hear us talking about calling in and getting information, and, you know, he decided to pick up the phone one day and call in and just put it to a try. He didn't even think at the time he was going to qualify. He says, you know what, even if I don't qualify, maybe I could get some information. Right, Henrik?
Exactly, because that's where I got my information from the radio.
Right.
And I said, let me give it a try.
And there you go. When he called it.
Yeah, I was, you know, it caught me by surprise because I said, you know, let me just go and try something to see if I'm really qualified. And indeed, I was qualified.
Wow.
And, you know, the thing is, let me ask you a question, Henrik. I mean, you hear a lot about what's going on, about how people were put into these kind of loans that made them lose their homes, and the payment got ridiculous, and they couldn't afford it. I mean, I want these words to come from your mouth. The kind of loan program that you got, did you understand the program? Was it explained to you? I mean, were you comfortable with everything?
Yes, everything was explained to me in details. In that, again, I'm saying the price that you quoted when I first, the initial step of the mortgage.
Right.
That's the price I ended up with in the end.
Right. And
in that, you know, it never differed. That was the price, and I knew there and then that I could have afforded it. It wasn't anything like shoddy or, you know, stuff like that.
Right. And, you know, the thing is, and I do this with Henrik and every other client of mine, which is, you know, when they come in, I just don't say, well, listen, this is what it is, and this is the kind of loan we're giving you, and that's it. You know, I don't know if you remember, Henrik, but basically when we sat down, I gave him about 3 or 4 different options. I said, well, listen, you can either do the loan this way, you could do this rate, you could do that rate, this is your payment, that is your payment. Which one fits your needs? Which one is best for you?
Options, man.
You know?
Exactly.
And that's the big thing.
You did put it over in that fashion. Yes, you did.
Wow.
And, you know, basically what we say is, well, listen, when we sat down, we said, look, I don't want to put you in a house that I know you're going to lose. I don't want to put you in a program that I know you won't be able to afford in a couple months. You know, I didn't look at him as just a person and say, well, listen, you know what? It's a loan and that's it. I didn't look at him as a number, but I looked at him as a person. I know if it was me sitting in his place, I would want someone to treat me like that.
Truly.
And we talk all the time.
That's
and the truth is, look.
As a matter of fact, I got his number on my phone right now. Yeah, exactly. And every now and again, I was giving him a shout out.
Yeah, I mean, and sometimes the truth is, we don't even, you know, if I call him or he calls me, sometimes it's not even just to talk about a mortgage. It's just to say, how you doing? How's everything? How's the house? And that's the thing I talk about a lot is that, you know, we don't just build a financial transaction. We just don't do that. But we build a relationship.
Definitely.
You know, and we've been talking about when he's going to be able to refinance. We looked at it as an option one time.
Yeah.
At that time, it
Exactly.
wasn't able to work, but we still
That's
keep
right.
in contact,
Okay.
and that's the way it
You're right.
works. You know,
Yeah.
Wow.
we stay in contact and we try to see that. Look, maybe it might be a month or two from now, but by the
But
way, I was thinking
keep-
about
yeah.
calling you back, Henrik. We got to take a
Okay,
look back
okay.
at your situation and see what we could do. You know.
Wow.
Okay, yeah.
I love the friendship,
Yeah.
and I definitely respect that. Mr. Bascom, thank you very much.
Anytime,
taking
guys,
some
and you guys
time.
have a wonderful day. And Rajan,
Yes,
stay in touch, my brother.
definitely, man. It's always good
Alrighty.
hearing from you, man.
Yeah, I'm at work, but I just need to wait to do this now. A little info for you, man. You
Thanks
know,
a lot,
you deserve
man.
all the credit you can get.
I appreciate it.
Thank you
All
very
right,
much,
guys.
sir. Take care,
All right.
okay?
Bye-bye now.
All right, that is a true success. His name is Mr. Bascom, and he utilized the First Republic Mortgage Bankers with my good friend Rajan. This man said he had no idea he would be qualified for a loan. Rajan gave him some options. Yes, options. And this man, 1 year now, has his own home.
That's right.
And I'm sure you still have a good relationship with him, like you said.
Definitely.
And that's what it's all about. So here what's going on. If you have no idea of what's going on if you can own a home, you need to make the call right now. 718-652-6200. 718-652-6200. He said options. That's what Rajan said. Options. They are there. Find out about them. 718-652-6200. You never know until you call. Rajan, I
Yes.
need you to help my friends out there right now. What else you have in store for them?
Well, basically, one thing I like to talk a lot about that we don't really get to focus on is purchases. And yes, we are starting to see a lot more purchases now because the home prices are low.
Very low,
People
yeah.
have money that are there and available, and they want to take that step forward now and make that purchase. And a lot of people that I've been speaking to, they see homes and there needs a little bit of fixing up. And I want to also tell folks that we have the FHA purchase, which is 3.5% down, and we also have the FHA to 203K. And what that is if you're looking to purchase a house and it's a fixer-upper, it needs some work done, we can actually get you a loan where we will be able to lend you up to $35,000 to take care of repairs. Whether it's new appliances,
Yeah.
if you need to do new walls
Yeah.
or flooring
Yeah.
or roofing or whatever it is, you can actually get a loan and take care of those needs.
Wow.
So if you find a fixer-upper going for $200,000 or
Take
$250,000,
advantage.
hey, guess what? You've got $35,000 now that you could get to fix that place up, and
Absolutely.
it's ready to move into. So it's a great option and a great program that's there. We've got the whole buy down that we always talk about. I've got a great client right now, Mr. Ali, who loves that program because he's able to start off at his first year at 5.5%.
Whoa.
The second year is 6.5. The third year is 7.5, and it's fixed for 30 years.
Wow.
So from the
Options.
third year on, it's going on. But he says, listen, I'm happy that I could pay 5.5 for the first and 6.5 for the second. He says, listen, by the time I get to 7.5, if the rates are very low, guess what? Hey, I can refinance and get into
definitely.
a lower rate. If
Definitely.
not, I don't have to worry that's an adjustable. I know exactly what I'm getting. So, folks, the thing I'm trying to say is that all you have to do, there's so many different reasons to
So
refinance
many.
and purchase. So many different reasons to call First Republic. Just find out what our programs are, what we're offering, what our interest rates are, and find out what we can do for you. We're not saying that, listen, you have to go with First Republic.
Absolutely
You
not.
don't have to. I'm saying you don't have to. But all I'm saying is find out what we can do. Compare us to the others out there. And that's it.
First Republic Mortgage Bankers. His name is Rajan. Call him right now, 718-652-6200. The key word is options. 718-652-6200. Find out if they could fit you in. If you're looking to purchase, 718-652-6200. You're looking to refinance, 718-652-6200. Anything else you'd like to touch on before you go get those calls, Roger?
We just want to remind folks out there, rate is still 5.875%, 30-year fixed. The APR is 6.72, and the cost per thousand is $5.92.
Thank you.
All right,
very
5.875,
much.
folks. Pick up the phone, give us a call right now, 718-652-6200.
First Republic Mortgage Bankers is a licensed mortgage banker, direct lender in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, Florida, Delaware, Maryland, Georgia, South Carolina, headquartered at 110 Jericho Turnpike, Floral Park, New York.